President Trump says he's ready for another government shutdown tomorrow if he doesn't get the immigration reforms he wants. The president said, quote, "I'd love to see a shutdown." He spoke while top Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill praised the recent progress they've made in their budget negotiations.
The president held a discussion of gang violence yesterday at the White House. He wants Congress to approve $25 billion for a wall along the border with Mexico, plus new limits on legal immigration. Congressional leaders want to settle the budget issue before they get to immigration and border security. Margaret Brennan is at the White House with the story. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning. Well, congressional negotiators appear to be closing in on a deal to boost military spending and set funding levels for 2 years. But if this agreement falls through, there's no clear plan on how to keep the government open past midnight tomorrow.
I'd love to see a shutdown.
President Trump threatened another government shutdown if his border security demands are not met.
If we don't change it, let's have a shutdown. We'll do a shutdown, and it's worth it for our country.
But even fellow Republicans at the table oppose a shutdown. Virginia Congresswoman Barbara Comstock.
We don't need a government shutdown on this. We really do. I think both sides have learned that a government shutdown was bad.
And you can say what you want. We're not getting support from the Democrats on this legislation.
The president's shutdown threat came as both parties on Capitol Hill were actually close to a deal to avert one.
I think we're on the way to getting an agreement.
But the proposed 2-year spending bill would not include any immigration changes. Last month's shutdown ended after Democrats were promised a vote by Republicans on protections for Dreamers, the undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children. The current protection expires on March 5th. But President Trump has offered a potential pathway to citizenship for 1.8 million Dreamers in exchange for $25 billion in border security. White House Chief of Staff John Kelly questioned why only 690,000 had previously signed up for protection.
Some would say we're too afraid to sign up. Others would say we're too lazy to get off their asses, but they didn't sign up.
Later on, Kelly was asked to explain the remark.
Some of them just should have probably gotten off the couch and signed up. But that doesn't really matter now because President Trump has given them the status.
Now, if the president was really adamant, he could veto the plan that both sides are working on if it doesn't include his request for border wall funding. But yesterday, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said, despite what the president had earlier said, the White House is not advocating for a shutdown. Norah?
All right, Margaret, thank you.